Hello everyone and welcome back to Cataclismo. Not at all surprisingly, there was at least enough interest to see a bit more, so we're back here for an extended first taste. A second taste, if you will, of this rich, full-bodied post-apocalyptic castle builder. In the last episode, we made it through the first 10 nights of horrors banging on our walls, and I feel like we left things in a pretty good shape, all things considered. And in this episode, we're going to push for another 10, taking us all the way up to day 20. But as for the questions on whether this will be a normal extended first taste, or whether this will be more of a mech engineer extended first taste, those who know, that'll all be up to you and those lovely buttons. So if you want to see this turn into a bit more of a mini-series, you know what to do. But with that said, let's get back to our brave defenders and see how things are going.
Low oxygen production.
Well, that is just a fib, surely. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Oh, man, we're going to have to get some more oxygen. I'm just going to drop a pause there because I kind of need to take stock of what we were doing, where we were heading, what our plans were before I start going any further with this. All right, so we've got so much oxygen already, though. Surely we don't need more. That being said, I'm starting to get really tempted to perhaps go for one of the upgraded gathering buildings. I believe there is one. Yes, the bulk air filter. That would be an upgrade for our oxygen gatherers, which would help out. That said, though, there's a lot of other stuff that we might want to go for that costs a similar amount of points. Also, I do want to address a couple of comments that I had, which was fantastic. Angelus5292 pointed out that when hovering over a unit, you will get a overlay for where they can attack. Now, grey areas, if we look down here, you going to have any grey areas? Yeah, grey areas, or rather the white points down there, they show the attack range of the unit without any malice or bonus being applied. Green shows an area in attack range, including their height bonus. Red means that the area is within range, but is obscured from line of sight. So, for example, this archer right here can't shoot any enemy there, or one in that doorway. But then following that, Demon Exir, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, added that blue markers for a unit's range indicate that rain is applying an accuracy malice. I've not actually noticed that before, but that is something I will bear in mind. They also noted that it's entirely possible to build resource buildings over a resource deposit, and that stone is an especially easy one to do this for, because it's got a very small height clearance or height ceiling that you're going to need to take into account, whereas trees obviously you need to build significantly higher. And then you can just build the resource building right on top of it. That is actually pretty amazing. I'm not sure I would lay these out any differently over there, but maybe there is a possibility. But for now, I think in regards to spending the resources, so we're not just wasting them and not trying to do the bank over there, this is the next obvious place. This seems such a defensible location that I would very, very much like to lay down some fortifications here. Now, where are we going to pop these fortifications? Sure, let's just tuck it. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping that that would not happen, but we'll tuck this in against the against the woods there, and this gives us a pretty solid little area here to defend from. Then once again, we're going to just switch that around. Now, I don't see any reason to not go with what we have been using, and that is building some sort of strong tower, which allows for both my lobbers and my archers to get their maximum bonuses. But how we're going to set this out is another matter. We could do something along these lines, perhaps. I don't see any particular reason not to. Sure, we'll lay that down. But you've seen me do this in the first episode quite a lot at this point, so I don't think you need to watch me lay down every single brick and mortar. I'm going to pop a door over here, though, just to make sure that we are getting the attention of our enemies and drawing them into a place. Oh, I forgot to do that while paused. Again, always build while paused. But we're going to try and lure them over here so that we can definitely get some bonus damage and control where the attack is going to be. My biggest worry is if any attacks come from here, they're simply going to go right around. And I guess to that note, I could also throw this in. Okay, we've hit a bit of an interesting little building complication that I thought was curious enough to bring you back for, because it kind of illustrates, I think I've got a solution for it, and it kind of illustrates some of the things you need to consider whilst building the castles. Now, as you can see, we've got a little tower here, we've got a little windowed area for our lobbers, much the same as we have over yonder. Except we've got a rear entrance to this one, got little stairs going up, and then I thought I'd have symmetry with stairs flanking either side, leading up onto the walkway. However, initially I built outwards, as that seemed to make the most sense. It would give, it would allow the stairs to go up here, and then people to walk along here, because although I think they can technically walk across those tiles, it just looks weird for me. So instead I wanted to have a clear walkway and then the Merlons. But when I have the Merlons positioned on this tile, remember that they pass their defense increasing effect downwards, but below themselves. And since this tile was affected by it, but because this tile is kind of overhanging, the wall over here didn't get the effect. So it isn't at the higher level. So it only has 175 instead of 350 HP, something I obviously want to change. So instead, I decided that I would have the overhang going the opposite way, and then people could just walk along that. But that poses another problem. Now, how do I get people up the stairs and onto the walkway? So I think in the end, the way I'm going to have to solve this one is not exactly the most elegant, but it will do for me for now. But we're going to build this wall up on this side, just like so. There we go, all the way up, and then I can probably just finish that off here like that. There we go, perfect. Right, and then we can pop just in basic walls, though I dislike that being quite as non-overlappy. In fact, I dislike that so much I will change the whole thing. There we go, that solves it for me. Now I should be able to have the Merlons there and people can walk on that side, but it still leaves me with the problem of how do I do it over here, because obviously if I put the Merlons right here, I'm still going to have that same problem. It'll transfer the defenses the way I want, but it's not going to look right. And looking right is important, damn it. And there we go. I think this should be more than adequate. Now, it all comes down to where we're going to be attacked from, of course. I've used up a bulk of the stone deposits that we had. We've still got plenty more to do. Now, if we get an attack from this side, I suspect that what we will end up doing is I will quickly pop up another defense over here, but there's every possibility we're going to get attacked from this side, and I really don't know where we're going to go with that.
The night is
Where do we get?
here.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was actually deeply concerned that that was going to go very, very south for me. All right, let's have a quick look at what we're facing. We are going to be facing the centaurs there. We're facing centaurs over there. Yep, and indeed less over here. Okay, well, I'm going to redistribute my forces then over to the far side, but I am obviously as well going to be updating the defenses at our most open location. It's got a decent amount of people there, so I'm not too terribly concerned that I need to worry about... Actually, did I need to move you out? We had a bunch of people down there. We didn't really need to move you, so you can go back. You head back in. This, I'm going to desperately hope, is going to be enough. I might even take one or two of my archers from over here. In fact, yes, I will. This has easily got the most archers right now, but everyone here is going to have to move out so that I can finish throwing up a little defensive structure. Now, we should have plenty of time for them to get over there and get into position. So, all that remains for me then is to crack on with a bit of work down here. Give me just a moment. Okay, we've slightly run out of stone before I was able to finish this, but we've got the majority of the important bit in place. We've got our door over here, which should lure the enemies across to it, though I will have lobbers on each side just to try and make sure that that is nice and safe. And then we've got plenty of room to post our archers up on top. There we go. Can even have one over here, perhaps. Right, the horrors are coming. We might have enough stone to finish this. I was certainly hoping that we would. Let's get the last little bits in place then. Though, of course, the most important part is where we're actually going to have our archers stationed, but it does look like we'll be able to finish the whole thing, in fact, without too much trouble. That massive increase to our stone income is really coming in clutch for us right now. Right, there we go. I am going to want one archer over here, though, just in case. So I will go ahead and take out this supporting piece underneath, just so I can pop in a flag to boost that. There we go. All nice and done. Right, let's get everyone up on top who needs to be there. Are we okay over here? There's a, significantly reduced amount of people here, actually, thinking about it. I might want to worry about that one. Right, need to get you down here. Right, let's get you right in there, please and thank you. We've got you as well. You need to go down there. Let's get you there. There we are. And everyone else can get into position up here, including, of course, Idis. Let's pop you over there. Now, we've got two archers rushing their way over. I definitely want them to be in position. Now, this is the one that I'm the most worried about. Although I have changed things, obviously, down yonder. We probably don't have to wait too long for the enemy to show up here because we're so close to the border. Yeah. No, that is working exactly as we want it to. Perfect. Let's go and race over, just see how things are going. Have we already taken out the fast ones? No, the centaurs are on the way there. Have we got... Ooh. They have completely and utterly ignored the door. Alright, maybe there has to be a certain range that will draw them in. That is very worrying then. Extremely concerning, because now most of my archers are in the wrong place for that attack. We're going to have to change that up quite drastically. However, down here looks perfect. Doesn't look like anyone has moved through, or at least none that I can see. That one is sorted. Let's have a look down here. We are dealing with them relatively well, though that door is about to go. Of course, we had a lot less people down here this time protecting it, so that doesn't surprise me too much. Right, let's go and have a quick gander at the final location. How are things going? Yeah, no, that is not good. We don't have the lobbers over here to help. So this really all comes down to our archers and whether they can get enough damage down quickly enough to prevent them from just tunneling through these walls. Now, on the plus side, even if they do, not really going to matter. You would be able to take that stone out very easily. Yeah, that kind of sucks a little bit, but wood. But that's not too enormous of a concern, I'm going to be honest with you. I think we will be able to comfortably resolve this one, but maybe this is the prompt that we needed to move this tower back and just build the walls out. Have a little door over there so it should lure our enemies closer to the door. But it's clear that the door's attraction range is not enormous. If they're coming straight down here, they're not going to see that door. They're not going to care about it. Maybe the door being there would actually be a better one for us. That is a potential solution. But we have 6 points burning a hole in our pocket. Got Air Trader Tactical Expertise. This upgrades the banners and it improves other items. I believe we have seen a couple of these. They're kind of like having burning braziers for the archers. Gives them fire arrows, though I imagine there's something similar for the lobbers as well. There's another troop that we could take as well. But I'm sort of feeling we could go for a bonus ability to the archers. They get the Manellus shot. This would allow bowmen to shoot multiple arrows at once, spreading high damage to different horrors. Or No, there we are, right in front of me. My lord. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take this. We're spreading our units now out across a significant distance, and that is going to increasingly be a problem for us. I'm going to need the extra manpower, and I'm going to need the extra oxygen as well if we're going to make this work. So let's get those buildings straight away. All right, then. I've got a big redesign ahead of me over here because this definitely won't work in the future. But once we have...
can't reach its destination.
Oh, yes. Sorry, you don't have a way down. My bad about that one. Let me just get that fixed for you. But we are going to get a couple more units besides, which will definitely help out in the long run. Right, here we go. There we are. You can come down now. It's fine.
Yes, on it.
All right. As soon as they're down and clear, I'm going to demolish this and move everything back.
Right away.
You know, it occurred to me. I've got this beautiful tower over here. Why aren't I making use of it? Let's go ahead and just blueprint this. That is going to save me so much time. Having to design the towers bespoke each time is a bit of a chore. It's a fun chore, but it does take a lot of time. But if I just do that, then we should be good. Right, let's get over here. Oh, I'm going to have to take away a couple of these blocks first. And then just get that to fit into this space. I hate the fact that I'm wasting stone right now, but let's just see if this works out for us. So we would want it around here, I'm saying. About there. Maybe just a tad bit over. Now, do we have all the materials we need for this? Oh my lord, we do. Okay, that does tell me that I need to make a blueprint for the walls as well, and wall sections in general. And yeah, I think we are definitely underutilizing the blueprint system at the moment, and that is something that I will look to address. Now, once I've just built out this little part here, I'm going to have to go and check on how our buildings are coming along in terms of oxygen. We've got enough people by far. We are starting to get the remaining new squads out there as well. Okay, that's perfect. All right, give me a few moments to... let me just finish this off. Can we come over here and kill all of those, please and thanks? All right, nighttime is here, and we only have 2 directions to defend from. So I'm redistributing my troops to those locations in hopes that they will be able to take care of everything. Can you not see them? Are they just outside? Oh, no. They're just outside of your range in that corner. That is deeply frustrating. Well, my archer will be able to deal with it, but that is annoying. Alright, could you please execute this scallywag for me? And again, thank you. I will leave a small amount of troops over on this side, just to make sure that annoyances like that don't happen too much more in our future. But I'm going to redirect all my efforts now to just getting our troops into position. I'll bring you back when the fight is about to start. Okay, night is almost upon us. But I've got some plans for this little area over here. I'm not content with it right now, but I kind of want to test that plan out over here. And horrors are already coming, which is a bit of a problem, but I think I can make this work nice and quick-like. So I'm going to keep you with me for this swift update. We are going to just dig out a little bit of something over on this side. Now, it is going to irritate me that I can't quite get the support in the right place that I would want, but I'm just going to have to live with that. We are going to have a single window for a single lobber, as I would very much like to be able to distribute some of that AoE pain from this side. I'm really so tempted to grab the window pack with our next upgrade, even though that is a stupid idea. Don't do this, because there are so many more functional things that I could get, but I could make little areas that my lobs would be able to throw their bombs out of. That would just be so amazing. Right, there we go. That'll do. That gets us in there. And I want one of the far lobbers, because it's getting a little bit clustered in there. Difficult for me to get people in position. Now that is underneath a flag, so they will also get a bonus there. But we've only got 2 sides to defend from, and this one always takes a little bit longer, so I'm going to go over here and see how things are going. Have we already got the enemies coming out of the mist? Yes, there they go. we have got a lot of firepower concentrated on this side now. And it's probably going to be a little while before I stop moving my units from one side to the other, depending on what's going down. Let's have a look in here. You already getting to work there? Yes, you are. Fantastic. Maybe I should do that a little bit more. Just have a couple of little windows dotted around, so that I can spread my lobbers out rather than having them all clustered in one place. Now, there is going to be an advantage to that, and that would be the braziers that I alluded to earlier that help with the archers. If there is something similar for lobbers, then I'm going to kind of want them to be in a group so that more of them can benefit from this. Let's have a look down here. How's that going? This side did amazingly well. That wall took almost no damage at all. That kind of impresses me. How about this one? And by wall, of course, I mean door. A little bit more damage over on this side, but I think we had it was a lot longer before the enemies were within shooting range on this side, so that's a little bit more of a tricky one for our units to engage with. Maybe if this could protrude a little bit, maybe a little corner over here that my lobber could engage rather than having to wait for them to be right on. Yeah, you've got such a narrow field of vision. That's not going to work for us. No, I think we're going to need that lobber to have a proper little corner area there, and that's something I would like to work on. Nevertheless, let's have a look. We're at 200 oxygen a minute. We've got plenty of stone, plenty of wood, plenty of minerals. Time for us to have a look at some things then. We've got 5 points to play with. I could go with that roof rack that I had talked about there, but I think it has to be spikes at this stage. I'm basically not using my wood right now, and I think having spikes, tactical piece that deals damage to any horror walking through it. Right, well, I'm going to, well, you know what, let's start popping these down. I can always move them later if I need to. Let's just, for the time being, just have a simple perimeter around every wall. I'm not sure if these work as in they just prevent someone from moving through and the enemies have to attack them first, or they do damage to people standing on them. If that is the case, how much damage? I don't know. Wow, okay, this is, we can actually put down a lot of these. Okay, there we go. Though that being said, it is eating through my wood supplies. It's certainly not free, but this should be plenty for here for now. Now then, which side have we been having the most damage with? Of course, it has been over on this side. We've got a couple of scallywags making a little push for it. How about over here? This has got a bit less space that I'd need to cover, and I haven't seen any enemies really go through on this side. So I think I will only take it, like, 2 deep. Honestly, we're not using those doors, so, you know, booby-trapping the entryways, well, that seems silly. Oh, actually, that is a good point. Can we even take damage from our own spikes? I am so sorry, but someone needs to test this. And, Iris, you are quite possibly the most tanky person I have. So I'm going to have you push through and see how this goes. Let us find out. Please don't take damage. I will feel so bad. No, you are smart enough to navigate around that correctly. Well done there, Iris. We've got more than enough stone to take care of defenses. Well, I say take care of defenses. This is so open. I think... Could we... I almost want to see where an attack comes from. Where are we defending from? Only on these 2 sides. Okay. I really want to find out... Is it directly opposite? It might be. It looks like... No, it definitely isn't directly opposite, but it should be directly opposite the other marker. So I'm going to say it'd be around here. I need to see. Have we been... We've definitely been down... Could I possibly block this off? If that is inaccessible, then I might be able to. If nothing else, I could just build a fortification right there. Proud. So that it would draw in any attackers. And that might be how we have to roll with that one. Nevertheless, we do not need all of these units down here. Absolutely not. So let's redistribute them. Needed. Let's get you over there. I will leave a few people here. Let's send some more down this way.
Right away.
There we go. Let's get them on the move just so I can reallocate my units a little bit. There we are. How many lobbers do we have? I think I've got 3 down here, and that's more than enough. Right, let's have a look. I think we've got... Did we have only 2 down here? No, we had 3. And over on this side, we have got presently just 2. So let's have the 3rd one in there then. That will work out well for us. That being said, I still have not given you a door to prioritize, and that is a bit of an oversight on my part. I think I definitely want that, especially since we've invested so much wood down here to try and make sure that these enemies go this way. So let's go ahead and pop 2 stone blocks in there. There we are, 2 stone archways. The fact that they don't just walk through the archways does surprise me a little bit. I'm not going to complain about it, but it definitely does surprise me. We are going to move all of you over here, I think. Let's get you down here instead. We've taken away so many of the defenders from this side. But you can definitely pop in here, I think, and that will be fine. Oh, actually, I can't even put you there. Okay, let me adjust this then. We definitely want to change this out a little bit, and I think we can make that happen. I like the proof of concept of this little part of the building, and we are going to build on that. Okay, there we go. I've got a little nook in there for these two to go and occupy, and this should give us a little bit more of an effect on the approaching hordes. I have moved around a bunch of banners, so this is heavily upgraded there, and as a consequence, I'm going to have to move some of my troops around as well to make the most of that. There we go. That should do everything we needed to do. Now, we've got a lot of people heading down this way. And I would like to have a similar thing going for my lobbers over there as well. These lobbers have got a decent enough range. This one, I'm not sure. We may see our enemies just trying to plow down on this side. It's not like we don't have enough materials to build this wall out even further, though. So, let's go ahead and take it all the way along. Now, it's going to be a little bit mismatched just because of the height difference, which does vex me ever so slightly, but I think I will be able to live with it if you can. So, let's just not ever bring this up again. We'll have an agreement that this never happened. And yes, before anyone asks, of course, I'm not going to allow it to just be a separate section over there. I obviously need to integrate it. What do you take me for? Some sort of amateur? Alright, that's the last of the banners placed on this side. Horrors are coming, and I have yet to place down the final bits of defense over here, which is, of course, the wooden spikes. So let's quickly get those in place. Can I even get some? No, I can, actually. You know what? Every time they've attacked on this side, they have been fantastically concentrated. Oh, wow, okay. I don't think we're going to be very wood-rich any longer. I think those days are behind us now. We're just going to have to get used to being poor. But these defenses should be enough. Yeah, they're coming around the side there. The lobs are immediately getting involved. That is actually very, very useful. In fact, I'm going to say it might be useful to have one archer over there, as they'll be able to get sight on the enemy that much earlier. Yeah, I quite like that, actually. Let's have a look down here, as they should be piling up. How are the spikes doing? Are the spikes persistent? Oh, they are taking damage. I guess the damage will accrue the longer they are doing damage. I wonder if they regenerate much like castle walls do, because they are going to be expensive to replace otherwise. They are not cheap. I may well have to increase... Oh, wow, that has made a hell of a difference there. I mean, we've got a more concentrated defense on this side, for sure. But, oh, here's the main body of the attackers over here. But we did have a... Notice how none of them have gone this way. We did have the main body of the defenders over there, so that will have reduced the amount of damage the archway would have taken anyway. Still, I'm quite impressed with what we just saw. But yeah, not a single one tried to go around that way. They all went down here, and while some of that might be that the pathfinding, there was a much more convenient way around that time. The fact that they all zeroed in, it really does feel that way. And that is to say that the door is a big part of it. Now, what would I like to invest in? I'm getting very close to wanting to go for... either Master Warehouse, which I would hope, Would it give us any more upgrade? It might not. I could go for a master sawmill, master quarry. All of these things are starting to be important for us now. But I could also pick up something like fire arrows. Equips bowmen, hunters, and partisans with flaming arrows that set targets on fire, dealing damage over time. Or I can go with throwing poison. Equips... Oh, sorry. Let's grab that one. Equips lobbers and captors with a poison coating. When a poisoned enemy dies, it inflicts nearby enemies with slowed and corroding. What is corroding exactly? Also, we've got reinforced spikes. Improved tactical piece that deals high damage to any horror walking through it. I guess they're metal-tipped spikes at that point. And we've also got the claw trap. Stuns a horror that steps on it, preventing its movement for a short time. Is it one and done, though, is the big question there. I think we're going to get more bang for buck, though, out of getting a higher military cap right now. I think it really has to be that. Yeah. Right, I would like one of my archers to wander up this way. I want to see what there is to see. We need a better idea. Now, let's have a quick look at these spike traps. Do they have... Ooh, they might not regenerate. That has already fully regenerated. No, the spike traps might not. So a one and done trap. Kind of makes sense, though. Not going to lie. It would be a bit weird if they too regenerated. Might be a little bit overpowered. One might say... Have we actually... Oh, no. Oh, goodness. I don't think we've explored this far. Well, then. That has come as something of a surprise to me.
Huh?
Let's grab all of you. Let's send all of you up there.
Prevail.
And one lobber as well, please. Let's grab you from in there.
Yeah.
Let's get over here. We have... I honestly thought I'd explored the entire map, but it looks like I completely neglected this side. I guess it's because I was only getting attacked from these sides, and I became very, very complacent. That is a massive tactical oversight, though. I feel ashamed. Right, let's get that last extra unit there.
Eyes open.
Alright then, everyone. Let's move forward as a group. Yeah, this should be enough of a group for us to do a bit of exploration. We've got time for it. Though, is this just a massive mist lake? It might be. Might well be just a massive mist lake. I mean, that isn't the worst thing in the universe. I mean, it does really make it feel like we're going to have to defend from here, though.
Masks on.
If they come from over there, they're probably going to come up out of the mist a bit soon. Oh, there's a nest over here as well.
We will prevail.
Wow, okay. We really were slacking. My bad. Right, then. Let's get involved with this. There should be enough of us here that we should be able to make very short work of this little area. I say with confidence that perhaps I don't deserve. Let's draw back a little bit. There's no reason for us to take damage we don't need to take. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, we should be absolutely fine now. We can take out the rest of this nest and whatever else is lingering around it. But I'm thinking maybe a powerful tower here would be the right move. Maybe a little wall down there with just a couple of people patrolling it. Depends on how our enemy moves.
That's right.
There's a whole corner over here. We are not going to have to deal with it, though. Where do we... Oh, my lord. They're all coming down from this side? Horrors are on their way. Do I want to throw down some spikes? I absolutely do. Let's, since the initial spikes that we've laid are going to start getting worn out and removed, and I've really not seen the enemy come from anywhere else other than on this side, I can really concentrate these traps. Whether I should or not is another matter, and I don't know, it's starting to tingle on my cheeseometer. But the problem is that my cheeseometer only tingles because it's a game. In real life, I would be using every tactic at my disposal to make sure that I was on the winning side. I wouldn't even want the fight to start before I already knew that I had won. I would do everything I could to avoid the conflict until I knew that there was absolutely no situation in which I could not be the victor. And then I still might not want the conflict, but I would be much more willing to engage in it. cheese would not be a part of my considerations at that point. Let's just put it that way. Right. We should be able to easily manage this. Oh my god, we are absolutely destroying them. Okay, very, very impressed with what I'm seeing. Very impressed, but that is a lot of centaurs. Oh no! Oh no, there were so many of them this time! Alright, alright, alright.
Are needed.
You are needed, yes, move. This is my wake-up call. This is very much my wake-up call. Do we have enough time and enough stuff? We do. Well, I am very, very happy. Oh no, horror's too close to that one little bit. Okay, my happiness is muted.
Right away.
Right, there we go. Something of an enhanced defense, not the most amazing. Oh, no, they've... Oh. The moment they couldn't get through there, they veered off. Okay. Okay. Duly noted. Maybe just a single door over here would have been enough to have lured them in. Either way, though, this was definitely an eye-opener for me. Let's get you over there. That should be fine. We've got enough lobbers there to easily manage whatever dangers exist. And with that done, wave 15 complete. Very happy with that. Right, let me finish off this. Once again, going to have to try and integrate it. Alright, well, what that has told me is that I can't neglect putting spikes over here, and it's also giving me a bit of information that I can't really neglect the sides either. Whilst I can certainly try to weight an area for the pathfinding algorithm, I can't assume that I know exactly how it's going to move around. It's not as straightforward as I initially thought, but we can only do what we can do. That should be enough for now, but I imagine if they really want to, they could just go down there. That should be good for the time being. Right, we've got 5 points to play with, and as I mentioned, really tempted for either poison or flame arrows. And I think it has to be the flame arrows. Okay, equips bowmen, hunters, and partisans with flaming arrows that set targets on fire, dealing damage over time. Let's go ahead and buy that. Plonk. Right, let's have a quick gander at how this works. So, we've got a fire arrows, tactical place, arrow enhancement, 15 stone, 25 metal. Okay, that looks like we would stick that on top of a tower. But we have got mounted. Is this going to work much like flags? And if so, can I have it... Placing it here would look awful, wouldn't it? Yeah, I suspect it would. But let's have a quick gander. Where does it... So it supplies the fire just behind. Does it also send this bonus down below? Let's have a quick look. Would we see that bonus underneath? It's a little bit hard to see. Let me turn on the invisibility there. Am I seeing that? Yes, it does. It goes all the way down. So, given that, we might actually be able to just tuck that in, depending on the way it looks. I want to see that. So, it looks very interesting, definitely. That is certainly a choice for the way to make it look. I could see these being dotted around, but I feel that they would have to be above the banners for it to make any sense at all. Can I just fit that in there? Oh, I can. That is a grand situation, though this tower is not quite the right size, I'm suddenly noticing. Great sadness. But okay.
Yes?
I'll have you there. I think we're going to have to dot a couple of these in here then. I might need to take this wall up, though, in order to make that look even remotely correct. But I can do that. That is not something I think I'm going to struggle with. What about my other towers? I think I made them a different dimension. Oh, would this work? I think we might have just lucked... Oh, we did. Absolute gloriousness. I'm very, very happy. If you can't tell. That is the wrong one. Let's pop that one down there as well. There we go. Perfect. Fire arrows for everyone. Well, for some people. I don't trust everyone with fire arrows. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to start wanting to build out our defenses in this... wrong one. We want to start building our area of control outwards to try and seal off over here, I think. Maybe a wall back there and a wall coming out in this direction. I'm not sure. I think we might risk them just going around this. And I can't do anything with that side. I guess the other thing I could do is simply build the wall out across here and have a defensive area right here. That's an option. It's not a great one, though. But if we were to do that, how easily could I make this happen? We've got enough room over here for me to double trench this side. I don't think that would be an issue. Yeah, we could make that double thick, have Merlons all the way around, and then branch out down there. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do that. Well, actually, looking at the amount of stone I've got, maybe I should be doing that right now. Okay, I've convinced myself. Give me a moment. Okay, the wall's outline is complete. Now, how and where I'm going to build the tower, that is an entirely different matter. I am kind of thinking somewhere here, but the presence of this is causing me issues. But I think I can make that happen around there. That shouldn't be too much of a problem, which is why I've put the door right there in hopes that it will lure in any particular attackers to that location in specifically. I'm going to hold off on using all of my resources on building an area that I might not need yet, and where I don't know exactly where the enemy are going to come from, but certain things can definitely benefit from some more work. So I'm going to continue to work on these for now. Yep, not there. Is it still all down here? Wow, okay. That is a little bit surprising. Not gonna lie. Right, well, then I think 'tis time for me to build up the archer placement so that they can have fire arrows as well. Alright, well, we'll pop the rest of the wall project on hold for just a moment. Okay, there we go. That actually looks pretty amazing. So we've got the flame, I guess, pieces. Is that brass or wood? It must be wood, yeah. They are in position just below the Merlons. I've risen up some locations to give us just a little bit extra height. Of course, we don't need it here, and Iris isn't ever going to need it because Iris isn't an archer, not going to get any benefit from this. I so desperately want to bring the little lobber emplacement out just a wee bit, though. That is honestly causing my brain to ache a bit. We will see what we can do. We have got enough room for more spikes. Honestly, I'm not going to get that cheesy. I have a limit. Again, if this was real life, I wouldn't be caring about cheese, but it isn't, thankfully. It is, in fact, a game, and I don't want to make the game too easy on myself. I already feel that I might be abusing the AI's pathfinding enough as it is. Right, let's have a look at this fire. That is glorious. I'm not really seeing much of a flame effect. Oh no, I am seeing flame effects here and there. Yeah, no, that's... Oh god. I missed what we were going to see. We are seeing abomination. I suddenly realized that maybe I should have been putting those spikes down all along. When are they going to start engaging? The problem is they'll start doing it once they feel threatened, won't they? Yes, they will. Thankfully, you can see them engage. Oh, okay. That works for me. As long as they don't feel under threat, they won't start birthing the vermin. And the vermin certainly aren't getting very far. Alright, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot, actually. Well, that is a big heads up that we have definitely lifted up a bit of a difficulty level. I guess this is wave 15. That makes a lot of sense. But I think we should be able to push through this. Yeah, I've seen enough. We are not being threatened here. Well, they're probably eating through my wood supply a little bit, but I think overall, I don't need to worry about that one quite as much as maybe I was thinking I'd have to. Alright, well done. That gives us 3 more points, so brings us up to 4. Now, at this point, do I want to go for the lobbers, maybe? There is a very, very big part of me that wants to see what the lobbers can do in a similar situation. But there is also a bit of a... We've just upgraded the archer's strength significantly. How about we double down on that and get the triple shot for them? I think that's where I'm leaning. Let's maximize the value I've already placed on a unit. We've upgraded the archers. They are now significantly more dangerous. Let's make them even more dangerous again. 3 flaming arrows versus 1. I think that's better than whatever we were going to be getting from the poisonous. But that is definitely a high priority. It's not something I'm going to sleep on. We are definitely going to be getting that as well. Right, now then. We've got stupid amounts of stone and stupid amounts of wood, actually, so I can probably already start throwing down some spikes around here, and I think I will. I will only go for a double line until I know where the enemy is coming from, but the fact that we are now facing some pretty nasty-looking enemies is making me feel a bit less bad about taking every possible advantage I can get against the AI, but for now I'm still going to resist the cheese. Okay, I've just squared off this wall a little bit. Now, there are a couple of things I'm going to need to remember. Is one, I have no banners or fire arrows on this side, and that's something we're going to have to add at some point, but I'm going to just let my stone and wood recover for now, as well as my minerals, actually. But the other thing is that I've had to put in a second door, because I'm a little bit concerned that enemies showing up over here would then not see this door, and would, as a consequence, not really care to go over there and would just instead attack this wall. So I'm trying to funnel them where I can. Right, we have got to make a bit of a move. However, we definitely don't want everyone over here. Let me just grab everyone I want to move over to the other side. We've still got a bit of upgrading to do over there, but I don't think that's going to be too difficult for us. That said, we are going to want to actually, no, this is already high enough. We should be fine. We should be absolutely perfectly fine. All right, give me a moment to get the upgrades going, and whilst I'm doing this, I may as well upgrade the banners as well. There we go. That was actually a super simple upgrade. So while the troops are making their way over, I'm going to go ahead and pop down some spikes. Though before I do, what are we facing? Yeah, we're going to have abominations on this side as well. I think maybe they're just testing me right now. Just probing, seeing which side has the least amount of defenses, with a view to then capitalizing on that. So honestly, I'm going to go all in with the spikes on this side. We've got a very narrow area to engage them, but this is the main chunk of that area. Right, I do need you all to be inside right now. It took a little bit of time to get over here. The fact that they keep sending enormous waves to just single sides is taking me quite a lot of time to maneuver my troops around, which isn't the best for me, I'm not going to lie. Still, it is what it is, so... Right, let's get everyone over here into a couple of different spots. You definitely could do with the move, and Iris as well can go up there. There you go, that should all be good. Right, let's have a watch of this. I think we can afford to put her onto fast speed. Yeah, there we go. In they come. Thankfully, our fire arrows aren't setting our wooden spikes ablaze. That would kind of suck. There we go. They're popping before they even get to the spikes. So at that point then, it's just the weak ones that are getting through there. That being said, the centaurs are capable of doing quite a lot of damage. I am loving the stronger shots. Yeah, every now and then, it looks like they do have a cooldown on that ability, which makes a lot of sense, but that's still pretty amazing. It doesn't look like they are fire arrows, though. Oh. When that ability goes off, yeah, they don't seem to have the fire trail. I don't know if that means strictly that they are not fire arrows, but that kind of sucks, because the whole point of me taking that was to double, or in this case, triple that particular effect. I might not have gone with that had I realized that it didn't work that way. I'm not going to lie. Okay, well, time for me to just continue fleshing out this wall. I think we're going to just take the wall up to its maximum height first before we start worrying about placing in the tower. And then I can see how I'm going to be able to weave that in. The knight is nearly here, but which direction is it coming from? Only these two, of course. The one side that I didn't have the majority of my units over at. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be moving you around pretty aggressively tonight then. I do apologize. We can leave 3 units there. That shouldn't be too bad.
Right.
And we can take probably another 3 from up here as well. Let's grab all of them. And we will send them over onto this side. I think that side is pretty strong at this point. And there is a part of me that kind of wants to just see how well they handle it as they are. In fact, I'm going to move you over here for that reason. Let's get you there as well. We've got more than enough lobbers here to deal with this, and I can always move my other units over there if I need to. Let's get that lobber down there. I think that should be better. Right, okay, well, our troops are on their way. Almost here, in fact. Well done, well done. Not quite here in time, though, sadly, but there we are. Now, I have not upgraded the other areas to fire arrows just yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We've got more than enough materials for it, and then I will get everyone into position and bring you back when the enemy are arriving. Okay, lobbers are entering the correct area. This was already a pretty tall wall, so I didn't need didn't need to raise anything up. But I honestly think that gives it a little bit of character, if you ask me. It looks a lot better, in my opinion, for that little bit of a rise. You can see where the wooden spikes have been eroded there, though. Worn down. And you know what? I haven't built this one out because we haven't actually been attacked over here in a little while. So let me go ahead and do that, since we are now facing quite strong opposition, I would say. We want to make sure that we have got a sufficient amount of spikes to deal with it. Let's just get that one back. Oh. Well, okay, that answers the question. It seems that spikes are being treated very much like consumables in any other game, and as a consequence, once it's placed down, you cannot pick it back up. Fair enough. You know what? It does... Oh, god damn. It does actually make sense to me, so I'm not going to complain too much about that one. Alright, there we are, but doesn't mean I'm going to make it easier. Alright, what? No, why did I do that? I should have just left it there once it was there, even if it was placed in by accident. There's no point in picking it up. I got nothing back for it. Right, here they come. Nice shots. Very nice shots. Alright, next couple of points we get. I think we're going to go for the poison for our lobbers. That would make a lot of sense to me. How are we doing down here? Are we seeing the abominations? Yeah, the abominations are showing up. Now, this is going to be the real test. Can this small of a force deal with the big bads? They are quite concentrated, just only appearing on 2 sides for now. But, oh, they're not even here yet. Yeah, the fact that they walk through the mist takes them so long to get here. I'm alright with that, though. Let's have a look down here. Yeah, they're not really even getting close. Got a bit of damage on some of the spikes. Now, the issue there is that if I want to replace them, I'm going to have to pull them up. And we are seeing a lot of damage. An awful lot of damage. Some of these spikes have already started. I think a couple of them there have already been lost. Which is a little bit of a problem, but nothing too terrifying. Okay, that's a little bit worrying, since they are starting to birth more units in the mist. But they are slow in the mist. So the little ones trying to get over to us, there's lots of time for the lobbers to take them out there. Lots of time for the lobbers to get their shots in. How are we doing down here? We're just down to the last few. Yeah, looks like it. And that door is held fantastically well, considering. I think we might be at a point where I don't need to worry about moving my the large part of my force around. Oh, I hadn't noticed how big the moon was. Oh, there's a little... wow. The things you notice when you're not under threat. Little lighthouse in the far distance there. And there we go. Wave 18 defeated, and we've gotten 6 points to our name. All right, let's have a quick glance. I think it's pretty obvious what we're going for, though. That being said, I guess there would be increased military... Oh, there would be. Poison for the lobbers, Or increased military cap. I don't have the oxygen for it. Not yet. So instead we are going to go for poison for the lobbers, I think. No, there we go. Throwing poison. Gotcha. There we are. Perfect. Right, with this then, do I have enough room over here to tuck that in? I do not. That is less than ideal. But okay. That isn't the worst thing because I have set these up. Yeah, I can still make this work. Now the biggest problem I have with this is does that... Oh, no, they've instantly got their throwing poison.
I'm ready. Right.
But does that weaken the defenses very much?
Makes sense.
I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a bit worried about that one. So I would prefer it, where possible, if we didn't have to do that. However, it might be tricky. Could I move this back? The other one I didn't have room to. But it is somewhat possible I might be able to do that over here. Okay, due entirely to the fact that wood can be supported a lot easier, but can still support the weight of the fire arrow placement, we can make this work. A little bit jank, to be certain, but we can make it work. And there we go. We've now got our little cauldron in there, and you know what? I don't even need to change this up that drastically to make this work. I do need to get rid of that door, though. We can instead place this there and build the stair going back a little bit. That should work perfectly fine. There we go. And the stair can join in there. Have a little bit of a walkway, and then they go up the other side. There, that works. All right, I'm kind of amazed with myself for getting that to work, but I'm very, very happy that we were able to. Though over on this side, it's going to be a little bit more of a potch. That being said, this side's actually got enough room inside for me to just place that. Oh, it does, yeah. Okay, that's wonderful. Let's just go ahead and place the alchemy lab, though I'm not going to be able to get it all around the other side as much as I would want to, but that will do for now. And as for you... Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go with what we've done elsewhere here and place a couple of the the wall-mounted poison distributors. I'm not really sure how that works, especially going up through the floor like this, but sure. There we go. See how that all does for us. There we go. Wonderful. We should have the throwing poison over there as well. Okay, so we have drastically increased our potential damage output. I am really, really starting to feel that we're hurting for oxygen, though, and also hurting for people. So how about we go ahead and throw down a quick blueprint or two. That means that one... Well, I would like them to be in a grid over there, but you know what? Maybe I need to just start making a new grid down here. Oxygen is dwindling, yes, but it's about to start going back up again. Really? Everyone down here this time? I don't think I'm going to change things up. I think this is going to be an opportunity for us to really test the ability of our defenses. Though I will go ahead and make sure that we have got more spikes, because that just seems silly not to. Especially if we're going to be facing a significantly larger force without directly increasing the combat potential of our guards. It's good enough for now. Let's get a little bit more out on this side, though, just in case. Alright. I think that should be alright. Do I need to add in any fire points? Yeah, I think I do. I think we'll add in a couple of wall-mounted fire arrows. There we are. Just a little bit of extra defense there. But I'm going to be very, very interested to see how we manage it on this side. Let's have a look. We've got a few of pretty much everything. We have got Iris on this side, so I'm not too concerned given that. And all of our Lobbers have the throwing poison as well. So we're about to see really how this goes. Is throwing poison going to make enough of a difference? Let's slow that down a little bit. Now, when a poisoned enemy dies, it spreads that poison to others. It's, I believe it slows them down and also ensnares them. Did I? Oh, I did. They are actually under attack over here. Wow, I completely missed. Thank goodness I didn't move everyone. But they are massively underpowered on this side. This is going to be a real test. All right, I'm not actually disappointed, though. I'm disappointed with myself for missing it, but I'm not actually disappointed with the potential for the test. This is going to be a very interesting one. They've gotten right up to the gate now, and we'll see how that poison propagates through them. It is propagating very aggressively. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm liking that a lot. Now, note that the poison doesn't make the things that it affects as its secondary effect poisoned. So it can't like spread like a virus through an entire population. It just makes anyone nearby, I believe, slowed and have the corrosive effect. Yeah, slowed and corroding. But wow, if we needed a test for how strong our people were, it looks like they will get through the door. But honestly, I wasn't prepared for that. And I did not take enough precautions to properly set up that side. But if we needed any proof that the poison makes a huge difference, that was it. That was absolutely bonkers. But I don't think we'd be able to do this without lobbers. The abominations in particular, really nasty. There we are. Another solid 3 points. Up to wave 19. Okay, well, let's pause that then. Have a quick look at what we want to grab. Bulk air filter. There we go. Let's grab that. So, our current oxygen income is 109. That's quite nice. But how much does it cost to improve this? Not too much. In fact, can I upgrade all of them at the same time? Maybe. Go for it. Did I upgrade all? No, I did not upgrade all. No, I did. Okay, never mind. I've got a pretty strong economy, it seems. A scarily strong economy. On that note, though, considering how much wood we are going through, let's go ahead and place a sawmill over here. Plentiful 20 there. Get a plentiful 20 here, and maybe grab another something over here. Yeah, we'll grab a plentiful 16 there. Okay, that works for me. That would be low, so there's no real benefit for me doing that one. Okay, that will work quite nicely. We've currently got 466 wood per minute, and considering how much it costs to keep putting these spikes down, that is probably something that we're going to continue to use and want to upgrade as we go forward. And once we get to the point of having the reinforced spikes, I am a little bit worried about how much that's going to involve for us in terms of the minerals, because our mineral income is actually quite bad. Quite poor. Right, there we go. Let's take these spikes. Yeah, sure, we'll take them all the way out to here, pretty much as far as I can see. Oh, we're actually out of wood. Never mind then. Alright, let's have a look at our oxygen income. Everything has finished upgrading. And we are now bringing in 1,201 per minute. Just, wow. Absolutely fantastical. On that note, we can also add a little sawmill down here, I think. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. We'll have the exit point just by there. And I think we're going to put down another warehouse. It'll be tiny bit closer than the Citadel. A lot closer for that sawmill, though. These two probably going to still go to the Citadel. That's fine by me. I'm not sure which direction you're going. Oh, no, it looks like you're heading up to that warehouse. That also works, then. Okay, all that remains now is for us to wait for the next wave.
The horrors are coming.
Right, horrors are coming. Let's get back. Now, this side, we're going to see those horrors are super fast. This side, not so. Oh, actually, no, this side a little bit faster. But I think this is the one that we're going to see the first. Yeah. Here they come then. And our archers are finally in position. Perfect. Okay. That will work wonderfully. And how are we doing down here? The speedy one's already dead. We have got some centaurs on the map. Speedy one's just getting out of that enormous lake of mist there, so that's not too much of a problem. I think over here is where I want to really focus my attention. Where are you going? You better not even be thinking of going down there. That would completely scupper my plans. No, it looks like we're alright. Right, let's have a gander down here. The abominations are coming out of the mist lake. What did you say? There's a mist river or a mist lake? I'd go with lake myself. Can my lobbers reach? They can, just.
We're under attack.
We are under attack. Not by much anymore. The abomination is probably still on the way there, though. We done down here? Yes, we are. How much damage? Not much. Very, very little, in fact. The abominations are just lurching out of the mist now. No damage to that one, really. Yeah, no damage at all. Okay. Well, I guess we do get sight on them a lot sooner. Honestly, building my defenses up against the mist, not that great, because they do get out of it. I can't even attack them yet. Maybe that's what the lanterns are for. Oh, I wonder. Would lanterns give me vision whilst they're coming out of the mist? That would be worth a point to explore. That being said, we're about to get 3 points, so I think I would rather grab something that's worth 4 with that. But the next time I've got like an odd amount of points just like hanging around, I think I'm going to go for that. That would, even if it doesn't work, it'll still make... Oh, we got 4 points. Never mind then. We definitely can take lanterns. All right, I'm going to grab lanterns then. Absolutely, a variety of lanterns to light the dark, and the mist certainly seems dark to me right now. But with that, we can possibly look... We've got the air silo, the execution troop skill, hunter shots, pearl web. I mean, I'm kind of tempted for the captain, I'm not going to lie. But it would be 2 more turns after that before I could get an increased troop capacity. So I think I'm just going to sit on that one for now. But instead I will buy the master warehouse. There we go. Let's go ahead and upgrade everything, actually. Mechanized pickaxes, 2-man saws, and mineral trolleys. Okay, well, we need a lot of oxygen then, that's fine. Can I upgrade all of my warehouses? I can. Sure, let's get them all on the go. But that's where we're going to have to wrap things up, I'm afraid. We've made it through another 10 days of castle building and abomination slaying, and I'm really happy with how well our defenders are holding the walls, even when their commander doesn't notice when the attacks are coming from. Genuinely my bad on that one. Watching this through in post and editing, the amount of times I saw that ping in broad daylight, clear for anyone to see, but somehow I didn't. I will confess, a little part of my soul just died every single time. But well, you know, YouTuber blindness being what it is. That said, there's still one side that we have yet to see an attack from, and having to spread our forces out to cover that angle does worry me a little bit. But if you've made it this far and are still eager to see where this playthrough can take us, do remember to let Saint Algorithms know that you enjoy these longer videos with a comment or by massaging those lovely buttons down below. But until next time, and as always, from me and all of our defenders, do take care.